Does your youngster yearn for the spotlight? Is dancing and singing second nature?
Well, then you might be thinking about getting your kid into showbiz. And here to break down the best ways to prepare the family for all the ups and downs that go with a performance lifestyle is Allison Frandsen, founder and co-owner of Star Kids. So welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
So let's just kick it off. What is the first step in determining if your kid is right for showbiz?
Well, I think the first step is to ask yourself whether you want to be a parent of a child in show business. There's a lot of time commitment and traveling back and forth into the city, and you have to be able to do that. The second question is, does your child have an inner confidence and a knowledge of, how they're supposed to act and how they're supposed to portray themselves?
But how does a child know that when they're 5 or 6 or 7 years old?
They have to be singing and dancing and acting all the time. They have to say, Mom, I want to be on that commercial. Mom, I want to be in the movie, or I want to be in a show.
As a parent, you want to support your child, even if they're not so great at certain things. So how do you break it to your child if they're really not cut out for it? Honestly, you have to let them know, right?
I disagree. I think talent is subjective, and I feel that that a lot of people have told certain students of mine that you're never going to make it, and they have become successful in the business, and then others have been told you're definitely going to be successful and have not made it. But I feel like they have to just continue to work hard and grow as a performer, and that's what's important. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, how do we make sure we're ready in the talent department? What about improving the gifts the kids already have?
You have to take classes. And you have to take the right classes. In show business, it's very difficult to only want to do commercials or to only want to do theater. You have to be equipped to do everything. So take dance classes, take singing classes, take acting classes, and be prepared.
Right, but you just mentioned classes. Those cost money. So what kind of financial obligations are parents looking at?
There are financial obligations not only for taking classes, which is part of it, but also traveling expenses into the city.
What about those agents who say you have to pay them a fee? Is that a red flag?
Be wary of that. There's no such thing as money up front. I was a child in show business. I was an Annie at a young age and did a lot of commercials. And I think overall, it's just you get to meet a lot of kids who have the same interests in you.
And now there is an open call audition for Star Kids, and that's coming up in May that you wanted to tell us about?
May 10th, between 2 and 6 p.m. at Westchester Ballroom in Mount Kisco, 136 Radio Circle.
All right, thanks, Allison. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks.
Coming up on May 10th. There were some good points there, too, about how your kid has to have the right personality for it.
Absolutely, and I think that the one thing that people need to remember is that it has to be their dream, not yours.
Right.
So that's something to consider.
Right.
Yep.